Hello, and welcome to the Gifted Ed podcast. We are your hosts,
Angel Van Howe, Gifted Coordinator and Social Emotional Facilitator.
And Meghan McCarthy, Social Worker. We're really excited to be with you here today and share this space with you.
So as this is our first episode, we just wanted to take some time to walk you through our intentions with our podcast. So we're going to break it down with what, why, when, and how. So let's start with the what. We've created the Gifted Ed podcast for our teachers and staff at the Avery Coonley School. Each podcast will be about 5 to 10 minutes and will include space for reflection at the end of each episode. Now, some of these episodes are going to be more content-driven, while other episodes may be conversational, where we're talking it out, so to speak.
And our why. Over the past few years, we've really felt the need for the space to dive deeper into the complexities of giftedness. Our purpose here is just to explore the many facets of giftedness in hopes of better understanding our students and the range of learning styles. We also want you to know when you can expect these episodes. We're hoping to do about one episode a month. We really just want to start slow and let this project grow in time. So just please bear with us as we're learning this new platform and means of connecting with all of you.
And finally, the how. How are we getting this content? So these episodes will be reflections of our experiences in education and giftedness and development, as well as responses to the needs we see while working with staff, students, and families.
All right, so let's dig in.
Do it.
All right, so giftedness is so complex that experts can't agree on a single definition that encompasses all the different ways it presents in a person's performance, processing, work habits, learning habits, social emotional characteristics, and so forth. The most consistent definition that Avery Coonley uses to describe giftedness comes from the Columbus Group, and it was written in 1991. It states that giftedness is asynchronous development in which advanced cognitive abilities and heightened intensity combine to create inner experiences and awareness that are qualitatively different from the norm. This asynchrony increases with higher intellectual capacity. The uniqueness of the gifted renders them particularly vulnerable and requires modifications in parenting, teaching, and counseling in order for them to develop optimally.
There is a lot to ponder on with that definition.
It's heavy.
But I will say what I appreciate about that definition is the focus on asynchronous development, as well as how it highlights their vulnerability. There are various interpretations of what asynchronous development means, but both Meghan and I really appreciated Dr. Linda Silverman's explanation of it. She goes on to say that it is disparities between intellectual age and chronological age, meaning one of our students could have the intellectual maturity of a 14-year-old and the physical maturity of an 8-year-old. So obviously this poses a set of emotional and social challenges. These challenges can lead to vulnerable experiences.
So while the Columbus Group definition is extremely applicable to a lot of our students, we felt that there were really some key elements that were missing that directly impact the classroom and our student self-journey to their own self-awareness. So a different definition that we wanted to share with you today, we really feel captures the heightened experience of a gifted child, and it comes from Anne-Marie Roper. This definition states, a greater awareness, a great sensitivity, and a great ability to understand and to transform perceptions into intellectual and emotional experiences.
What we really appreciate about this definition is how it highlights the complexity of the individual's thought process, the intensity of sensations, emotions, imagination, and the extraordinary awareness that results from this combination of perceptions. We can all attest to the fact of how our students experience and perceive their day-to-day happenings, and how they exist at heightened levels that is qualitatively different from the norm.
So we've shared some foundational areas of giftedness that collectively we're all going to see throughout our day here at Avery Coonley, depending on our various roles at the school.
So at this point, we just want to invite you to reflect on how our views of these definitions influence our instruction, understanding, and connecting with students. So, for example, what areas of these definitions do you feel confident supporting? What are areas of these definitions do you struggle to support?
And with that, we just want to thank you for sharing this space with us today. We're really excited to continue this journey together, and we invite you to just stay tuned for future episodes where we will continue to unpack the complexities of giftedness.
Stay tuned.